I'm David Hone, and I am a stand-up comic.
Let's ruin our lives.
Getting pissed at high tides, chewing up like cyanide. Please don't revive. Let's ruin our lives. Some built-in acid, nails in my casket. That sounds romantic. To just ruin our lives.
それじゃあビデオ見てもらいます。寝んなよ。
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Let's Ruin Our Lives. I am your host, Josh Hensley, and today I am joined by a very funny man, yet another comedian coming from Utah. Antonio said to get him on, had a lot of good things to say. This is David Hone. Thank you so much for coming on, my friend.
Thanks for having me, Josh. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you, sir. LSD, pros and cons.
Well, there you go. I jumped really quickly into LSD. A lot of people, they take a small dose. I remember my first night of doing it. I did over three tabs.
Oh, wow. First time.
First time, and I kept begging my buddy for more.
Oh, jeez. That's a lot.
It was, and he was my trip sitter, but he got so tripped out he had to call his girlfriend for help.
That's so funny. Don't you hate that when someone has to call their significant other while they're tripping? It's like, oh, this isn't going good for them.
Yeah.
So how was?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll just go look at myself in the mirror in the bathroom while you find your reality.
Right. I'll just stare at my hands forlornly. But how was that for your first trip? Again, that's a really high dose.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Nice.
I'm sober now, so
me too.
Hey, good for you.
Thank you. Likewise, sir. Yeah.
I remember when we did it though, we duct taped glow sticks to the ceiling.
Oh.
And we were listening to EDM, and it was just crazy.
Nice. What type of EDM? It was like drum and bass or house or?
It was Tasca Black, What So Not,
Oh,
more of Chill Trap.
Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, that's not Chill Trap. That sounds pretty nice. So you've got the relaxing effect as well as like that sort of like chopped and screwed effect or whatever you want to call it with trap. That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you have like a life-changing revelation or anything
that I needed to do more drugs?
Right. Usually leads to that for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. So, did you grow up Mormon in Utah?
Well, that's a great question, Josh, because my mom's actually Muslim.
Oh, okay.
And my dad, before he ultimately abandoned us, he died when I was 7.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Couldn't pay the bills, so he's like, I'm gone. He he believed in polygamy, but used Mormonism as a disguise.
Oh.
And then my stepdad is Baptist.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, the Mormonism as a disguise for misogyny seems to be a pretty running thing. Okay, that's interesting. So did you grow up in Utah?
I did.
Oh,
And the cool part was we were allowed to believe whatever we wanted. My mom was very lax about that.
Yeah.
I went to church because of girls and activities.
Nice. Clever. Did you go to like a mosque or did you go to like a Baptist church?
I went to a Baptist church and then I went to Mormon churches.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you sort of kept that around after your father passed, or was that?
Yeah, I was following his lead, using it
Yeah.
as the disguise.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. Man after my own heart here. Do you believe in God or any sort of higher power?
I do, yeah.
Mhm.
I'm like a CIA agent for the Mormons, you
Okay.
know. Very undercover.
Hmm.
I still believe in this idea of Jesus Christ
Hmm.
being a savior.
Okay. Okay.
Everyone talks about like the whole Joseph Smith thing, right? I
Right.
make jokes about Joseph Smith because he's just a guy.
Right. Yeah.
Whether he
Hmm.
did mushrooms, whether he found the
Right.
plate, who cares?
Sure. Yeah.
I I started with the Christian route. Okay, I
Hmm.
would go to Christian concerts.
Oh, wow.
I'd go to yeah, like Mercy Me, Cutlass. I don't know if you know those
I
bands
do
or
not.
not.
No. We'll throw in
Yeah.
some clips.
Yeah. And then after that, Jodi Hildebrandt was my therapist. And if
Okay.
you don't know who that is, she's
No.
in federal prison for 30 years now.
Oh, wow. What for?
She was the mom YouTuber that had the kids locked up in the basement, severely starved and
Oh,
wounded.
yes, I am familiar with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was a co-conspirator alongside popular Utah momfluencer Ruby Frankie in a 2023 aggravated child abuse case. Now in a new docuseries called Ruby and Jodi, A Cult of Sin and Influence. Investigation Discovery is uncovering how Jodi Hildebrandt became the mastermind of the two.
The answer was Jodi Hildebrandt.
Hildebrandt's niece and former victim Jessie Hildebrandt shares their experience.
Yeah. She guided me at
Wow.
15 and 16 years old. Yeah.
No way. I didn't know that all I had ever heard was like the story of the kids. I don't think I ever heard anything about the parents. I didn't know they were involved in like the community.
So Jody, before she went into this connections, whatever therapy she was doing,
Hmm.
was part of something called Lifestar Network,
Okay.
which helped a lot of sex addicts.
Hmm. Interesting.
Now, I was classified as a sex addict at 15
What? Wow.
as a virgin.
Jeez. Oh
How
my God.
crazy you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, when my dad died, somehow he introduced me to porn before he died.
When you were 7.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
And then I remember, Bad Boys 2, Will Smith.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
You remember the autopsy scene?
I don't. I actually don't think I've ever seen it.
Okay, so there's a scene where they're doing an autopsy, and
Okay.
there's this chick with really large breasts.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And I remember that as a kid. I was
Hmm.
maybe 8 or 9.
Okay. Yeah.
And I thought I discovered the secret to life.
For sure. Kind of did. Yeah.
And after that, that's how I coped with the death of my dad.
Right. Right. Oh, okay.
And so what happened was, in that church atmosphere, well, they're like, if you look at porn, it's a sin, so you should go see a therapist, which is insane in my mind. If you're,
Right.
struggling, maybe there's other ways of dealing with that. But that
Right.
was the route I went.
Hmm. Okay.
And I was introduced to Jody, I think December of 2012, I think it was.
Okay. Oh wow,
And
that's not that long ago. So her kids were locked up in the basement at this time.
her friend, no, her friends' kids, Ruby Frank's kids, were locked up.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Oh, good. Thank God. Jeez.
yeah.
Okay.
Jody, if you watch the reports, I think it was her niece that came out and said her
Oh, I
niece
see.
got abused by Jody
Wow.
too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Jody's niece.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Did you notice anything off? I mean, other than like classifying you as a sex addict at such a young age.
So I never understood what dissociation or gaslighting was till I
Oh,
met
right.
Jody.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, it was like harder than a K-hole doing ketamine.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's where I started to question spirituality. I'm like, what's the point of life if there's this much darkness?
Right. Hmm.
Because
Okay.
Jody was She was brutal, dude.
Oh, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like in like fucking your mind, or wrong way to put it, but like a mind fuck?
She wishes she could do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So I was sent to two types of therapy. I had one-on-one with Jodi, and then I was in a group therapy. In this group therapy, I was with men, some of them who were child molesters, who, I mean, 70 years old, cheating on their wives, seeing strippers. I mean, things I shouldn't be listening to at
Right.
15, 16 years old.
For sure.
And Jodi said, well, you're old enough to pay for your therapy, so you need to pay for it. So I worked full-time to pay her all my money
Oh my God.
to get help that I didn't need.
Wow. She sounds
Crazy,
like
right?
insane. She sounds like an evil person.
Well, she got her justice.
Yeah, well, that's good. My dad's dead too, by the way, so
Oh,
we're in the club
cheers.
together. Yeah, cheers, I guess.
Well, let's go.
So how did you, I mean, we don't have to talk too much about this if you want, but it's fascinating. How did you get away from all that? What from that sort of abuse, I guess, or whatever? Did you just sort of age out of that therapy program or whatever, or like you purposely left like on your own accord?
So the cool thing about Jodi was she knew how to get the parents or the spouse. Nice punks and punchlines koozie.
Thanks.
What a sport.
Yeah, Pinky brought it. He visited a couple weeks ago.
Oh, cool. Yeah, shout out. I'm on a show this Saturday,
Oh, nice.
Kamikaze. So,
Oh, very cool. Nice.
but back to your question.
Yeah.
She got my mom wrapped around her finger. And my mom's like, no, this therapy's good for you. And I'm like, Mom, I don't think it's helping.
Right.
And after, I think I spent like $6,000 or $8,000 on the therapy.
Wow. That's
It was a huge chunk of change.
to take from a child. That's so wicked.
Yeah. And so it's about August of 2013.
Okay.
And I'm looking for my dad's handgun because Jodi was convincing me that I did something that I wasn't aware of. And so I'm searching my soul. I'm like, well, what is it? You know, I've been very vulnerable and honest. So I couldn't figure it out. So I said, maybe if I kill myself, problem solved.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then once my parents saw that, they're like, yeah, we're going to get you out now. This is too much.
Wow. Oh my God, dude. That
And
wow.
The crazy thing about it was I thought I was insane until I heard she got locked up.
Oh geez, wow. When did
So I
she get
spent-
locked? Yeah, go ahead.
It was, I think, 2024, so last year.
Oh my God, dude. Wow.
So I spent over a decade thinking I
Yeah.
was insane and all these things when really I'm just a normal human, you know?
Wow, dude. Well, I'm glad you got out of that. Sorry you had to go through that. Has that influenced your comedy at all? Like, are you one of the comics who uses like their trauma to like, make bits?
Yeah, I do. So I believe everything that Seinfeld says is the word of comedy.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I don't blame you.
And 2002, there's a documentary called The Comedian, and if you haven't seen it, you got to go on Plex Video to watch it. I mean, that's
okay.
the only place you can find it.
Okay.
Seinfeld swears in it. It's very raw, authentic. It's him after the TV series.
Right. Okay.
His manager, George Shapiro, who passed away not too long ago, says the best comedians will search their heart and soul and get that material.
Okay, yeah. I love that.
And I've tested that, and I find it to be true.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, I'd say it's pretty hard to be hacky when you're like plumbing the depths of your own psyche. You know what I mean? How long have you been doing comedy for?
I've been doing comedy since March 1st of 2023, so 2 years.
Okay, nice.
I've performed 385 times.
Oh, wow. Nice. Very
182 times this year, so I'm just plugging along.
Nice. That's awesome. Are you trying to do it like every single night?
I tried that. I work full-time for...
Yeah.
And I'm one of those guys who will sprint to your door, to drop off the package.
Right. Yeah.
So I do that 4 times a week. Right now, my goal of comedy is to write daily.
Okay.
I can't miss a day of writing.
Right. Nice. Yeah. Very disciplined then. Okay. Are you located in Ogden, or are you closer to where Anthony is?
I'm closer to
Or
Antonio. I'm in,
Antonio?
no worries. I'm in Lehigh, so that's south of Antonio.
Oh, okay. Right on, right on. And so, okay, wow, 2 years, and so you've already performed at Wise Guys. I know that's where like Pinky did his first open mic. Is that where you started as well, or?
Yep, that's where I started. I was
Nice.
watching Seinfeld on my laptop
Yeah.
and playing chess on my phone,
Okay.
and I was like, I could do this.
Okay. Nice.
And I wrote Wise Guys like, I don't know, a paragraph full of 5, 6 one-liners,
Hmm.
and they gave me a spot.
That's amazing.
And I was like, oh wait, I really don't want to do this,
Right.
but then I have to do it.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
I went, and it's funny because there's a snowstorm. They canceled the mic that
Mm.
Wednesday.
Okay.
And so I went next Wednesday thinking I was on the list.
Right.
It's like, hey, I got the email. They're like, sorry, that was last week. I'm like,
Oh no.
and my ex is like, can he still perform? So they put me on standby.
Okay. Yeah.
And I went, and I did well. I got laughs.
Nice. So
And
was that just it? You were like hooked from there, or?
yep, I was like, this beats any drug I've ever done.
Yeah. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I've always wanted to do stand up since I was like 8. I'm just too scared. Like I have a lot of public performance experience, but the act of getting up there to make perfect strangers laugh, that's the most terrifying in my opinion. So I have a lot of respect for comedians.
Thank you. I don't advise stand up for anybody who wants to struggle with the science of laughing.
Okay. Oh, what do
Because
you
in the community,
yeah, could you expound on that?
yeah, it's like in the community what I've observed, and I could be wrong.
Hmm.
It People start to, it's like sales.
Okay.
Like how much can you sell? How much can you make people laugh?
Right, right. Okay, yeah.
It becomes very cutthroat.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's like we're all struggling artists. Why can't we just all get along and
Hmm.
make this work? But
Oh, okay, yeah.
in my 2 years of stand up, I have lost the ability to laugh at life,
I get that. Yeah.
and then I've gained the appreciation, and I've gained depth on laughter. So it's really weird.
No, that's interesting. I get that. As I've been a comedy fan my whole life, but when my ex left me and took my kid away from me behind my back, he's now in my custody, thankfully. But
Nice.
I sort of,
Like
went,
that.
yeah, take that. I was about to cuss right there. And we can totally cuss if you feel like it.
I'm a clean
Anyways,
comment.
I sort of lost the ability to like listen to music. That was always my thing. That made me feel better, made me connect, but know that there were other people going through the same thing that I was. But every time I would try to listen to my favorite music, I just felt more depressed. I felt worse. So I turned to comedy podcasts, particularly Legion of Skanks. And through that, like obviously I'm not a comedian, but I find myself like laughing less and more like internalizing what is funny about the situation. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Right? Like I can see the humor, but it kind of takes like more of a punch to get me to like guffaw, like involuntarily,
Sure.
you know? So, okay, have you ever bombed?
A lot, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What
I
does that
was on
feel?
a
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I was on a Punks and Punchlines show early in my comedy career,
Hmm.
and I had this whole bit about how Hitler's amazing,
Okay.
and I forgot the whole bit.
Oh,
Other
no.
than, isn't Hitler great?
How did the audience react to that?
They're just like, this guy's
Yeah.
insane, and I couldn't get myself out of it.
Right, right.
Doubled down didn't work. Backed away didn't work. I was like, oh, this is terrible.
Oh man. So, do you have anxiety?
All the time, yeah.
Okay, how does that feel on stage? I mean, I've performed a lot, and when I've been playing music, and like my singer would pass me the mic because he wants to take a rest, and I want to talk, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. It's scary. So, what's that feeling of bombing like?
So there's two things there. There's the anxiety, there's the bombing. I'll answer the anxiety first, then the bombing.
Okay, sure.
The anxiety has left me when I grab the mic.
Okay, yeah.
Because I think I'm funny enough to get a laugh.
Okay, yeah.
And there's times where that laugh takes 5 minutes to get to. You know,
Right,
I'm performing in Ogden, a place called Outlaw Saloon. They just let you go until you're done.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be 5 minutes in, then I recover from the idea I'm working on.
Right, right.
In the past, bombing felt like walking into your house and somebody has a knife up to your mom's throat.
Okay, yeah.
And you have no control.
Mm-hmm.
It is the most terrible thing because you're being very vulnerable.
Right.
And people are like, I don't care for this.
Right, yeah. They'd like take it personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so in the past, like I had one time that I bombed really bad at a place called Oh Shucks in Salt Lake City.
Great name.
Yeah. It's a sushi bar. It's really fun, college town.
Nice.
And I'm on stage, and this comic is a homosexual slur against me. The F one.
Yeah.
I don't really swear, so
Sure.
I'll keep it clean.
Sure.
So I repeat it because I have a joke on being bi-curious.
Okay, yeah.
And there's this kid there who's gay, and he just won't let me talk.
Oh.
Tells me for 2 minutes I should kill myself. He's booing me.
Wow.
And I'm just plowing through it, you know. And what's so ironic is I'm his Uber driver on the way home.
Literally?
Yeah, I take this kid home.
It's too good. Okay, what happened?
I'm like, hey, let's talk about it. Let's
Yeah.
talk about what just happened.
Nice.
And he's like, I just wanted to be at the bar that night and ruin one of your guys' lives.
What a dick.
He's kind of funny for your podcast thing. Let's ruin our lives.
Right, yeah. Let's get him on.
Right? Oh, he got off that night, you know?
Yeah, I bet he did. Yeah. That's fucked up.
It was.
Yeah.
I handled it as terribly as you could. I gave into it.
Mm-hmm.
But then in talking with him in the car, he's like, oh, I actually like you, and I support what you're doing.
So weird. I mean, he must be suffering inside, right? If he's got such the ill intent to go and sabotage someone's fucking set, that's wild.
Crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. So about like bombing or like joke telling in general. Correct me if I'm wrong or what you think about this. So I am a writer. I was a poet. I was a street poet for like 10 years, right? So and I think writing poetry is far easier than writing a joke. Like you go to like a poetry open mic, you can say the worst, most inane, hacky poem, and people will be like, "Oh yes, lovely, lovely." But you try to tell a joke and it doesn't do well. It's people are like disgusted by you, even in everyday life, like off the stage. It seems like the sense of humor is something that's so like it's held in such high esteem, but if you don't meet like somebody's standard, it's like you're a piece of shit. Like, can you? What do you think about that? I mean, am I crazy?
Well, you're crazy for having me on the show. I am a big fan of Bob Dylan, so thank you for writing poetry.
No, well, thanks for that. Yeah.
I think they're two different avenues, okay? Because they're juxtaposition of each other. One is meant to make you feel emotions and cry, at least for me when I listen to poetry. And one is to help relieve that tension I'm feeling with those emotions and laugh.
Right.
So I think there's a level of healing that comes along for poetry versus comedy.
Okay.
I think when you have processed whatever you're trying to process, you laugh about it.
Right.
When you haven't processed it, you cry about it, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so the poets, they're doing great work because they're helping you at the beginning of the journey. The comics, we're trying to help you at the end of the journey and really move forward.
Interesting. I like that. that I don't know why, but for some reason that brought to my mind that sort of poetry is like adolescence, whereas comedy is like adulthood. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you spend your adolescence like beginning to reflect on your actions and what has happened to you, what you've internalized, your outward behavior, and then when you become an adult, hopefully you can laugh at all of it, you know, and like move forward. Okay. All right. Very well put, by the way.
Sure.
So Antonio, I keep wanting to call him Anthony for some reason. He sort of gave me like a list of bullet points about you. So you're from Morocco?
My mom is
Your mom is. Oh, okay. Have you ever been?
twice. Yep.
Nice. It must be beautiful, I'd imagine.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah, I
Yeah.
rode a camel there. Went to the
nice.
markets. Flirted with the women.
Nice. Awesome.
Beautiful women.
Yeah. Oh,
They
I
are
bet.
cultured. Despite clear Arab influence in the Maghreb region, women have managed to preserve their culture and traditions. This is reflected in their art, clothing, haircuts, and ceremonies. Moroccan women's efforts to the preservation of Amazigh language and culture have only recently received full acknowledgement. The oral literature, which is mostly distributed in Moroccan Arabic or Amazigh, is predominantly female. Women are directly tied to learning and using Amazigh.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. Yeah, no doubt. That's off the coast of northern Africa, right?
Yep, right across from Spain.
Oh, okay. By the Strait of Gibraltar.
Yep,
Right.
and I've been there.
Oh, nice. How was?
And
Can
I've
you
been
see
to
the two continents?
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's exotic.
For sure. Do you really think that Europe is a continent? Like,
That's a wild question.
I mean, when you look at a map, look at all the other continents, it makes sense. Europe kind of looks like a peninsula of Asia. Like
Okay.
I guess if you consider like the the mountain ranges or whatever that split the two continents, I guess is that what makes it? Or you seem like an educated guy, so
Those are wearing glasses with.
it could be the glasses. Yeah.
I look like a professor.
The blazer, you kind of do, yeah.
Yeah, I wish I had a sophisticated answer for you. I spent 2 years in Europe on my mission.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
served in Belgium and France.
oh, nice. Oh, and you speak French.
And yep, I do speak French.
Very cool. How many languages do you speak?
4.
Wow, really? What? So English, French.
English, French, comedy, love.
Oh, you got me there. Nice. So, I mean, if you don't mind, like, I'd love to learn more about Morocco. Do you feel like a deep tie to that place? And my other question about that would be like, is it a... Okay, I'm an American. I don't know anything. I'll just preface it. Is it a country? And is it Islamic?
It's a country. It's
Okay.
the good as Islamic. It's not the one that you don't want on an airplane.
Right.
It's interesting because then talking with my mom, she said it's also heavy with Judaism.
Okay.
Yeah, she said growing up in college, they had a lot of Jews and Moroccans hanging out, which
Oh, right.
kind of crazy for the world nowadays. You know,
Yeah.
Palestine and Israel.
Yeah, for sure.
They should take a book out of Morocco's page. Page out of Morocco's book.
Right, yeah. No, I totally agree. We should have a whole book about that and many other things. But so tell me about the women, actually.
They're very traditional.
Okay.
There's no alcohol in the country.
Wow.
There is hashish and hookah,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, very traditional women and very prestigious. You know, they value education. They value the masculine, feminine roles.
Right.
A lot of the women I met were like generals in their military.
Oh, okay. Really?
Very cool. But they're very bubbly and friendly, and
Nice.
they touch your arm, and you're like, "Yeah, I'll marry you."
Yeah, for sure. Wow. Did you ever manage to like keep in, no pun intended, keep in touch with any of them?
Yeah, I wish.
Right.
It was cool though because we went to a palace.
Oh,
is a $10 million palace and had lunch
Yeah.
with a general and his family, her family, and you're eating on gold plates.
Wow.
I mean, meal after meal. I mean, they treat you like kings and queens, and
Awesome.
they're very close knit. So if
Yeah.
they're like, if you ever come, you have a place to stay, bring friends.
So
like
cool.
really cool.
That is wonderful. Yeah. Well, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 29.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So I'm 39. You carry yours?
What?
I am. Yeah.
Good for you.
I'm part Korean, so I think that helps. Honestly.
good.
Yeah. And I started a skincare routine recently, so
That's what it was.
that's why I'm so smooth and shiny. Well, okay, wow, that sounds really cool. I'd love to visit that place, or any place. I mean, any place. But yeah, I went to Europe in 2004 with my dad and brother right after my brother got out of Iraq, and we were there for like 12 days. We went to Germany, Italy, France, and England. France was my favorite. We weren't there long, but I loved Paris. Okay, moving on from that. So the military, Antonio said that you were a big fan of the military. What did he mean by that? Like in what capacity?
Of the military.
Like militaries in general, or like the American military, or okay, I'm not judging. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, that's fine. The idea of war is so raw.
Mhm.
It is the ultimate art form of how brutal humans can be.
Yeah, for sure.
Genocide, war, and it's hard to get into Afghanistan or Iraq unless you're a soldier, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And I got thunderstorms here. I was like, what's going on? My house just shook.
Oh, damn.
But I would like to see what that is like. You know, I've always wanted to be a soldier. I love the idea of service and valor and honor. And even now, 29, I'm like, I could see myself doing a stint in the National Guard just to get a tour overseas.
Yeah.
Even though people are like, it's crazy out there,
Right.
politics, blah, blah, blah. I want to see it for the art. I want to witness what the world is like.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, my brother definitely grew a lot by joining the military. He had like no direction or future before he joined, and he joined right before 9/11. I think he joined in 99 or 2000.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, he still never stops talking about it and how great of a time it was. Obviously, being in Baghdad itself was very hard for him, but getting to live in Baumholder, Germany, he lived over a strip club for like several years, I think, and was a DJ. And yeah,
That's awesome.
he talks highly of it. So you're probably still within the age that you could enlist, right?
18 to 41, yeah.
Oh, so that's for the National Guard?
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah, interesting.
Even the Army.
Is it? Oh, I thought it was like
Yeah.
35 or 34. I could be wrong.
Checked last night. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually considered enlisting before my ex left me. There was a lot of drama going on in the household, and I was like, oh, what can I do to like ensure the best thing for my family? So I went against all my punk rock beliefs, and I was like, okay, I'll join the army. They provide you with housing, they'll pay for your education and whatnot, and what safer place than a military base, right? And the recruiter, like I went with my brother to the recruiter over in Scottsdale, Arizona, and she said that that there was a huge decline in the amount of people wanting to enlist, and like nobody could pass the physical or the education test. Okay, and we're back. So sorry about that. We should be recording just fine. Okay, so we've talked about some pretty heavy stuff here. I won't keep you too much longer. Again, thank you so much for coming on. I usually ask this at the very end of the episode. I'll ask it now. Which would you rather attend, the Gathering of the Juggalos or Burning Man?
Probably Burning Man. I used to be a big raver, all
Okay.
psychedelics.
Yeah, nice. Okay, nice and
Don't know.
simple.
Yeah, don't know too much about the Juggalos.
Right, right. Okay, yeah. The majority of people had said they'd rather go to the gathering, and a handful have said like Burning Man. I'd go to both. I've got nothing against either one, but yeah, I used to go to like desert parties with like like psytrance and take a lot of psychedelics, life changing stuff. Full moon gatherings.
Yeah.
That's cool. How do you have like a favorite type of that music?
I I like deep house. I like
Hmm.
dubstep, rhythm.
Yeah, yeah.
I, I do the glove art, gloving.
Oh, nice, cool. Yeah.
Not too good at it, but I
Hmm.
can do some stuff.
That's very cool.
I My craziest experience, I went to Singularity. I was out in the desert of
Yeah.
Grantsville, Utah,
Hmm.
and I took 10 drugs that night.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know how I'm alive.
that's a lot. What were they, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, we started with kratom, alcohol, weed, gel tab of LSD, and we boofed ketamine. So got an oral syringe up the,
Oh my god.
Molly, 2CB, mushrooms, and then we went back to my buddy's. We had to leave the rave early because his
Yeah.
ex had a panic attack from all
Right.
the drugs.
Okay.
And we were hitting nitrous like 3 or 4 carts at a time
Oh my
while
god.
boofing ketamine, while
Yeah.
snorting Ambien, while mixing Klonopin, Xanax, and alcohol
Holy
all together.
shit. Whoa. The snorting Ambien is probably the craziest part. How did you stay awake? I guess the combination of all the other things, but
At one point, it was towards the end of the trip. My buddy goes to bed. I'm
yeah.
holding my ex. I go completely paralyzed.
Yeah.
And I tell this joke on stage, and it's a very Mormon joke. I talk
Mm.
about how I like to bless my drugs before I do them,
Okay. Yeah.
and I say like a classic Mormon prayer.
Mhm.
I used to pray a lot while doing drugs before, during, and after,
Okay.
and I was like, God, please don't let me die.
Right.
Just having
Yeah.
fun. Like, I don't want to die from this.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I get that. Wow. That sounds like quite the experience. Okay. Um, what's your okay? So I'm assuming electronic is your sort of favorite type of music. Are you into like punk rock or hip hop at all?
I grew up in the 90s.
Hmm.
I'm weird because I was always before my time,
Yeah.
during my time, and after my time. Like, I was listening to Rush and Bob Seger and
Oh, nice.
Pink Floyd and
Yeah.
all the classics,
Yeah.
Nirvana, as a kid.
Hmm.
And I grew up in that My Chemical Romance, Helena, Ghost of You era, Blink
Right.
182,
Right.
The Used.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And now I'll listen to a lot of Western, like Marty Robbins, EDM,
Mm.
rap. Music has to have meaning for me. It has to
Yes.
have, like, it has to change me.
Right. I like that. Yeah.
That goes with movies, that goes with anything. If it's not changing me for the better, why am I entertaining it?
I totally get that about music for sure. So you mentioned Bob Dylan earlier. Are you a big Dylan fan?
Love Dylan. I
Nice.
loved his
Me too.
A Complete Unknown.
Oh yeah, yeah. Um,
Cried during that.
is that the one with all the different actors that play him?
It was the movie that just came out
Oh,
in 2024.
with Timothy Chalamet.
Yep.
I actually haven't seen that. Did you see the one where like Kate Blanchett plays him?
I haven't.
It's like
No.
10 different actors. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was entertaining.
Oh.
What about the old documentaries like what's it called? No Direction Home? Have you seen those?
I've seen parts of it. I can't really do documentaries.
Oh
I
really?
get bored.
Yeah, I get
I,
that for sure.
I when I learn, it's usually I read a lot of books. Okay, when I
Mhm.
was in rehab in
Mm.
2018,
Yeah.
I heard a saying: "You become, the 5 people you associate with in the books you read."
Hmm.
So I read 200 books in 5 years.
Oh wow.
Self-help, psychology, business, finance. Some novels like The Alchemist,
I've read that. Yeah, good book.
great book.
Hmm.
And So I burnt out doing all that.
Right.
But I grasped a lot of the concepts. Like right now, Stoicism, that's what I will study.
Mm.
Discipline is Destiny by Ryan Holiday. That's what I'm reading right now.
Oh, okay.
So I don't do the documentaries, but I will listen to Dylan's music.
Yeah.
Like my favorite songs are Boots of Spanish Leather
Mm-hmm.
and Girl from the North Country.
Yes, with Johnny Cash, right?
Yes.
Yes, great
And
songs.
I will,
If you're traveling to the North Country Fair, where the winds hit him on the borderline, to one who lives there,
Hair's hanging, it curls and falls, hair's hanging long. I remember her bed.
if you go,
Yes, great
and
songs.
I'll smoke 2 cigars to those songs
Oh,
and
nice.
cry and feel and experience.
Nice. Are you a big cigar guy?
Love cigars. Yeah.
Really? Do you have like a favorite brand, or what? As a person who knows nothing about cigars, what would you recommend?
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, as a person who knows nothing about cigars, myself, what would you recommend?
Perdoma's good. If you want to
Okay.
ease your way into a cigar, try the Perdoma Champagne.
Okay.
Very smooth cigar. It's very light. It tastes great.
Okay.
And I made a lot of rookie mistakes, when I first started off. Smoke the cigar slowly, once, a couple of pulls every minute or two.
Right.
If you burn the tobacco really quick, it wastes the cigar.
Right. I get you. Yeah, and don't inhale. Right.
Yeah, don't inhale unless you're
Okay.
crazy.
What are your thoughts on Black and Milds?
I think Antonio loves them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
see
think he
that.
smokes them.
Yeah, I went through a phase of smoking those pretty often. Okay, we'll end soon here. So, dude, I mean, I went through your social media. You are undercover swole. You're jacked. For those not familiar with the vernacular, David is one buff dude. How did you get so swole? Was that like always a lifetime thing, or was it like after getting sober, or?
I was just blasted. I got bullied as a kid,
Well, me too.
And I first went the martial arts route.
Okay.
I got a red belt in karate, did boxing, MMA.
Oh, wow.
And then I have this weightlifting coach, Coach Clark, and man, he just got me hooked on weights.
Okay, yeah.
So by the time I was 16, I was leg pressing maybe 600 to 700 pounds. I had a 6-pack.
Wow.
And it played into that military piece.
Right.
I wanted to be an Army Ranger or a Navy SEAL.
Oh, wow.
And then Jodi said, wait, you're working out to attract women? Yeah, you can't do that.
What does she mean by, or they mean by that?
Well, the crazy therapist, anything.
Oh, Jodi, right? Yeah, yeah. Oh, she
Jodi
told you
got
to
the
stop
book.
doing that?
Yeah.
That's
So I did.
Oh my God, it's a horrible person. Jeez.
Right?
Oh my God. Wow.
After being caught, Ms. Hildebrandt has shown little to no remorse for her actions. In telephone conversations that will be provided in full to the Board of Pardons and Parole, and which she knew to be recorded, she's repeatedly claimed that she is the victim and the children are the perpetrators. She has gone so far as to say that the things said in this proceeding and covered by the media today will be full of lies. The combination of 3 factors make Ms. Hildebrandt a significant threat to the community. First, the severity of the abuse she caused to be inflicted on young children. Second, her attitude that everything she did was justified and that she is being wrongfully imprisoned. And third, her training as a therapist and aptitude for using online resources to convince others to follow her guidance.
I did pick it up later.
Yeah.
And man, I was nuts. I would leg press about 1,000 pounds.
No way.
And I'd black out on the leg press right after I got the weight up, and I'd hit the smelling salts, and I'd go again. Like, I was nuts in the gym.
That's a bit extreme. Yeah. Would you say you have like an addictive personality?
I did. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I'm October, 1,438 days now.
Do you have a thing with numbers? I'm sorry to interrupt. That's the third time now that you have specified an amount of things.
I'm glad you brought this up, actually, because I was rehearsing it in the shower. So here we go.
Nice.
My biggest mentor is Jim Rohn. If you don't know who that is, he's an awesome guy to study.
Okay.
He was an Idaho farm boy. I mean, dirt poor, became a multimillionaire, lost all of his money, and then regained it.
Okay. Huh.
Died with maybe a net worth of $500 million.
Oh, wow.
And he says counting is a very important factor with anything.
Yeah, sure.
Because, and he always says start with money, but in life in general, how do you know you're progressing if you don't count?
Okay. Right.
And there's that whole, debate of quantity versus quality.
Right.
I'll let people let me know how the quality of my art or work is. They'll let me know.
Right.
But to keep myself accountable, I count things.
No pun intended. Okay. That's interesting. I have OCD. Like, one of my things, I count syllables of sentences on my fingers, and they have to end in an even number. It's not that bad, but for a while there, it was pretty bad. And I used to look at my car radio clock, and I would add up the numbers until it reached a single digit. And that's how I realized that if you multiply any number by 9 and then add up all the remainder or whatever into it's always 9.
It's amazing.
Do you have anything like that? Or, I mean, that seems like an acquired trait of yours. Okay, but that's cool.
I think to add to what we're saying, we're counting everything with what we do, whether it's subconscious or conscious, because at the end, I think everybody's afraid to die to some extent.
I would hope so. Yeah.
It's why we're doing this right now. You and I, we took time out of our life to talk to each other.
Right.
Because this can impact a lot of people, help them, so they can maybe be less afraid of life, which eventually leads to death.
Right. Let's Ruin Our Lives is an ironic title. Sorry to interrupt. Please go on.
I just like to hold myself to an extreme level of ownership and accountability because I know what my life looks like when I don't.
Yeah.
The drugs.
Right.
The dysfunction, out of control.
Very cool. Very nice. Very a mature way to approach life. I appreciate that a lot. Okay. You're wearing of suits on stage, or rather blazers, I guess. Is that because of Seinfeld?
A huge part of it is. If you haven't noticed, I'm very extreme.
Okay, yeah, I guess so, yeah.
So you got the dress shirt, the suit, the nice look, but I'm talking about things that are crazy.
Right.
Drugs, religion, all of that. So they kind of go like this in people's minds, and it makes it that much funnier.
Oh, I like that, yeah. Oh, okay. So are you always thinking about the funny in your day-to-day?
Yeah, it's torture.
Yeah, for sure. I think Mark Norman calls it a comedy brain.
Yeah.
Like, you can't help but notice the absurdity.
I love Norman because he studied Seinfeld. They wrote together.
Oh, for sure. That's right.
And I sing, anything Seinfeld does, I do. Right now I have my yellow pad.
Oh, nice.
My blue pen.
Very cool.
And talking about counting, I will have my timer facing me, and I will every day keep track. Okay, today I wrote 5 minutes. Today I wrote 10 minutes. Yesterday I wrote 2 hours.
Right. Can you explain that a little bit more to me? Like, one time I got invited to go perform at an open mic, and it ended up the person who invited me bailed, and I was like, well, fuck, I'm not going to go do this alone or whatever. So I completely chickened out. But the night before, I wrote a whole page of jokes, right? And so obviously, as you're writing and reading, the timing's going to be so different. How do you figure out how long this certain bit is going to last, while you're writing?
You don't fully know.
Right.
For me, I do longhand, so I write out how I would say the joke word for word on stage.
Okay.
and then I will practice it. So, like you counting syllables, I'll do that too.
Okay. Yeah.
And I write it like a song. So it's got to end here, got to start here. It's got to sound like this: high note, low note. It's got to build up. It's got to go down.
Right. Right. Okay.
I am musically inclined. I've taught myself a little piano when I was in
nice.
rehab. I taught myself the drums at 12
Nice. Very cool.
because of Dave Grohl. And
nice.
I, as a comedian, we live our life in minutes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know, how many minutes do you have? You have an act, 45 an hour. And so, I don't know. I just know with my act, I want to touch subjects that I've experienced. So
Right.
the malfunctions of therapy,
Mm-hmm.
the goods and bads of spirituality versus religion,
Mm-hmm.
drugs, alcohol, pornography,
Mm-hmm.
sobriety, and daily observations. That's kind of my act, so to speak.
Yeah. I like that. So, okay. So, I mean, performing in Utah, okay, because I mean, like, with everything you just sort of described, I could see totally hitting like a Legion of Skanks audience. You know what I mean? They're known for their, you know.
Yeah.
Do you find a struggle to connect with the audience in Utah around those subjects, or no?
No, and it's kind of cool because I think I'm the most punk out of punks and punchlines because I wear a suit to a punk show.
Right. Totally.
How punk is that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, you know? Dude, what are you doing? I like this little window because it reminds me of like serving. Yeah! I call this
I believe the audience is always right.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I get a lot of, disagreement from other comics, which I don't care, because the audience will teach you right then and there if your act is good.
Right.
Now you got to decipher what audience am I performing for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm performing for Nazis and they don't like my act, maybe that's a good thing.
Right. For sure. Yeah.
But I always, when I first started out, I would go to the event, I'd go to the mic, I'd go early, maybe an hour early, and I'd talk to people.
Okay. Oh.
And I'm like, okay, they like this humor.
Smart.
Incorporate that. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, that's like the total opposite of like Pinky. For instance, no hate towards Pinky, but he's sort of more like abstract, right? Or like the, like sort of like the Doug Stanhopes or Bill Hicks, where it's like they don't care if the audience is laughing, or even Patrice O'Neill to an extent.
Okay.
I'm sure you're familiar with that quote from Patrice, or at least it's attributed to him. Half the audience should be laughing, the other half should be pissed off. Do you agree with that?
Yes, but then it's your job as a comedian to relieve that pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Because the audience, like we were talking about the poetry versus comedy aspect, everybody has their own level of growth.
Right.
And it's my job to read it.
Right, yeah.
So the writing, the rehearsing, all of that, that's on me.
Do you believe in telepathy? Sorry to interrupt again.
Is that reading thoughts or?
Yes, or just knowing what people are thinking. It seems to me that when a comedian is on stage, like, they know what people are thinking. I believe in telepathy. I've also done a lot of psychedelics. I believed in it before I got heavily into psychedelics, and it seems to run in my family. We're all crazy people. Anyways, do you think it's possible to know what someone is thinking, whether it's a physical thing or not, or a phenomenon?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I've done it. Right. There's things I've done. They're like, how did you know that? Because I was present.
Right.
That there's magic in the present moment.
For sure, yeah.
And the more you practice and the more you meditate, like Seinfeld loved Marcus Aurelius.
Okay, I did not know that. Huh.
Yep. Huge fan of him.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Seinfeld started doing TM, meditation.
Meditation, yeah.
Like 21.
Wow.
I mean,
way
he's
before
been doing it ever
was
since.
Popular. Wow, no way. That's why he's oh wow, that makes sense. He's so like secure in himself and doesn't care what anyone like feels about him. That's I like that. Do you also meditate?
Not as much as I'd like to.
Sure, yeah.
I had a huge panic attack back in 2018. I watched a woman get hit by a car on my way to the gym.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I took 300 milligrams of caffeine, and I worked this call center job. And
I've worked at call centers too. Yeah.
High stress already, you know?
For sure, yeah.
And I remember I was talking to my boss, and I'm like, hey, I don't feel good. And I went over by a trash can, and my buddy's talking to me, and I'm like, dude, I'm falling. And I just started falling back.
Oh, man, yeah.
And this short, 4'11", I think she was, boss tried to hold up my huge bodybuilder frame. She couldn't.
Right. Wow.
And this big guy scoops me up, and I hit the ground. I thought I died.
Yeah.
I had a panic attack.
Mm-hmm.
So after that moment, when I meditate, I will listen to, you know how you can like get inside your mind and hear your heartbeat and your breathing?
Right, yeah. Yeah, I learned that through yoga, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll do that. I'll pay attention to my heart rate and I'll slow it down.
Okay, yeah.
But that's not the ums and the mantras, and I don't do that.
I mean, that must be incredibly. I have a anxiety disorder. I've had several I had a panic attack on acid after my dad died. Any tips on like how to get out of that? I mean, it feels like you're dying, right? It feels like you're having a stroke, like you're having a heart attack. Like when you say you're focusing on your heartbeat, like what steps are you going to block out all the negative thoughts that come in?
I've gone to a point in my drug career and in life. I mean, you foreshadowed it earlier. You're saying, I hold myself well for 29.
Mm-hmm.
But then we started talking about military stuff instead, which is way cooler, honestly.
For sure.
But we're going to die.
Right.
And I don't really think we can control that moment.
For sure, yeah.
We could do things that maybe enhance the quality of our lives and give us some more time. If I started shooting fentanyl right now, I'm going to probably die sooner than if I didn't.
Right.
But I always tell myself, well, it was a good life.
I like that, man. That's very cool. You got a good head on your shoulders, dude. Right on. Well, I'll let you go here soon. I could talk to you all day. Please feel free to come on anytime you want. I hope you've been having a good time here.
That's been fun.
Okay, awesome. I'll ask you one final question.
Okay.
Who was the better or worse person? Michael Jackson or Gigi Allen?
I had to do some research on Gigi Allen.
I had a feeling.
he was with the Murder Junkies, right?
Yes. One of the several bands that he played with, yeah.
Okay, and he's very punk rock, killed himself at 33 from heroin?
He didn't mean to kill himself. It was an accidental overdose. I believe he was actually 39 or 38. He had always said that he was going to kill himself on stage on Halloween. He never got around to it, ended up overdosing by accident, and people thought he was just sleeping while they were partying with him. So there are photos of people like taking selfies with him in whatever early mid-90s while he's dead. And he was known for shitting on stage, rubbing it all over himself, throwing it at the audience. He was banned from like 7 states. He did some time in prison for carving up a woman's breasts. Called himself the god of punk rock. His birth name, sorry, we're going on this rant. His birth name was Jesus Christ Allen. His father was literally crazy and thought that his son was going to be the Messiah. His mom changed his name to Kevin. Gigi is actually short for Jesus because his younger brother couldn't say Jesus when he was a baby, toddler or whatever. So it became Gigi. And he would say that he was the devil, God, and Jesus Christ in Gigi Allen form.
So you got this guy who self-deprecates, proclaims himself as the next Messiah, carves a woman's breast, dies of suicide on accident, versus a guy that fiddles children.
Right.
It's a hard debate. I was always a fan of Smooth Criminal.
It's a good song. Yeah.
He foreshadowed he was the Smooth Criminal. We just weren't paying attention.
Right. I guess so. What's even odder, the reason I kind of chose this question, because, I mean, they're so different musically, but also so evil, but in different ways. They actually have the same birthday 10 years apart.
Do they really?
Yeah, I believe it's August 15th.
It was August 29th, and you are mistaken.
me. I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah. So
what do you think that conversation looked like in the before life? He's like, I'll go 10 years before you.
Yeah, right. So Gigi was 10 years. Michael was 10 years old. I forget who was older. I think Michael was. Actually, I don't remember. But yeah, I'm sure the afterlife must be like, or if there's like a god with a sense of humor, you know, or whatever's responsible for those two people existing and being born the same day, the universe was just like, we're just gonna make you as fucked up as possible.
They had a rock paper scissors match. They're like, okay, if you lose, you have to touch the kids. I'm not going to.
Okay, you're gonna shit on stage. You fuck children. Okay, so what's your answer?
I'm gonna go with Michael, man.
Okay, nice, good answer. Yeah. So far, everybody said that too. You can't really answer Gigi. I guess that's sort of a loaded question. You can't ever forgive a pedophile for sure. Maybe I'll stop asking that question. Okay. Before we go, go ahead.
I was gonna say with your because you cater a lot to the punks, right?
I guess so. I mean,
everybody, right?
Yeah.
But I've noticed around the punks they love horror. So what about the question Michael Myers versus Jason?
You know, I'm not into that type of horror. I prefer like the Toxic Avenger, like the trauma films, like Poultrygeist, Frankenhooker. I prefer like a good, funny horror movie that doesn't take itself seriously. When it comes to like, I guess, actual horror, like I really like vampire movies and I started Nosferatu, the recent one, last night, and I was like, fucking Johnny Depp's daughter cannot act. I don't know what everyone is saying, but
I wasn't a fan of it.
Yeah, I keep hearing bad things. Yeah,
the nudity was nice, but
I fell asleep before that. I take hydroxyzine to sleep because I have bad insomnia. I have all the sorts of mental illnesses. But to answer your question, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen either of that franchise a single movie in full.
Okay, no, that's fine. Hey,
I like Return of the Living Dead and Night of the Living Dead. I like those type of movies. Oh, Antonio had mentioned you like zombies, so I do like a good zombie movie. You know, especially.
Have you seen Black?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Have you seen Black Summer?
No, I've not heard of that.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Do you have Netflix?
I can.
Okay, so it is my favorite all-time zombie TV series. It's 2 seasons. I don't know why. You know how Netflix is. They after something's really good, they're like, oh, well, we're gonna do something else.
I know so much. Yeah.
But Black Summer is amazing because one, it's similar to World War Z type of zombies where they're not like I liked The Walking Dead for characters like Negan, Rick, Daryl, but the zombies sucked.
Right. Yeah, they were like slow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Black Summer, they're faster zombies, and it's multi-perspective.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it'll show you and like how you came into the zombie apocalypse, and then it'll show me on different sides of the city, and then it shows us merge, and then it breaks off. It's really cool.
Do you mean it's like shot from like point of view?
That's probably the terminology.
Right, like through the character's eyes?
Yes, and then but in the background it'll kind of show you as a blur.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
So it kind of foreshadows you're going to be one of the characters they talk about.
That sounds very cool. Nice. Is it made by like anyone that like a big name or anyone I might know?
I should have checked. I don't know. Sure. But it is very well written.
Okay. Did you like The Last of Us?
Until Homeboy dies.
Right, yeah. Kind of.
Yeah, I was like, I hate this.
Yeah, for sure. I kept watching this for the sake of it, but yeah.
Is it worth watching after?
I'd say so. Yeah, I mean, he comes back like in flashbacks, So like
Okay.
he's not resurrected or anything, which is what I was hoping for. But it kind of gave it a nice spin, and it definitely focuses on Bella, or I think that's the main character's name, whatever it was. What?
The girl.
Yeah. No, wait, that's the actress's name. Ellie.
I'll be honest. I mean, how they killed him and how it happened.
It's brutal.
I mean, I have resentments about the show. I was like, screw this.
Yeah.
First season was awesome.
It was, yeah. I'd say it's worth it to keep watching. Like the flashbacks are really cool. You sort of get to know him more through the flashbacks, and they're significant enough and frequent enough where I think it's worth watching.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might turn it back on.
Yeah.
I guess that's a resentment I gotta feel
Sure.
on my end.
Yeah, well,
I like.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I like the idea
Mhm.
of a zombie apocalypse. Like the beginning, how everything's just happening normal, right?
Mhm.
It's kind of like COVID. COVID happened very quick.
Right.
And so I always think about, do you remember bath salts?
Yes.
Have you ever?
I never did
So
them, but yeah.
I've smoked them, I've snorted them. And who's not to say the government or whoever is in, controlled power could get something like that, widespread it like they did with COVID, and then it could happen.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt. Yeah, sort of like Fallout. Or not Fallout.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of. Or like I don't know. I'm sorry, my brain totally stopped working here. I forgot what I was going to say.
After Michael, Jason, you're like, I hate this guy.
No, no, that's not good. I should get around to watching those movies. I don't know why I don't. I don't know. I didn't really get into horror until like recently, honestly. Like I always, you know what it was when I was 6? On my 6th birthday, my brother was supposed to babysit me. Instead, he put me in front of the TV, turned on Leprechaun, and left.
Oh no!
So I was left alone in a double wide trailer in the middle of the woods, and I saw Leprechaun, and it scarred me. And so I couldn't get into horror until, again, my ex left me, and I had to go to more extremes, like dirty comedy, funny horror, and gory stuff. So
I love that you can realize that, because I tell people when I can't laugh, I watch a scary movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It like resets the brain.
Mm-hmm.
And just to validate where you're coming from, I had the same experience. My dad, before he died, he would put me on his lap. We watched X-Files, we watched Freddy, Jason, Chucky. I mean, I watched all that as a kid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this? This is terrifying.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. Do you then sort of like relate it back to your dad, where it's sort of like a source of comfort now?
I can't do horror.
Oh, okay.
Zombies, because it's somewhat realistic for me.
Right, yeah.
After COVID, but I've had paranormal experiences. I had one in Belgium where I was attacked 4 times in my sleep by evil entities.
Okay, yeah.
As a missionary, and I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I get that for sure. Okay, well, yeah. Let's save that for the next time, man. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Shoot. Do you have anything coming up that people? First of all, where can people? Do you do social media? Because I know you wanted me to send a link to. Okay.
I'm on David Hone Comedy on Instagram. I'm not active on it right now, so I will be. I'm looking to go, hire somebody to do that for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice.
Because it's just too much serotonin for me.
Right. Smart. Yeah. Save yourself the
and
torture.
Yeah. I'm doing Kamikazes, Punks and Punchlines this Saturday, August 30th in Ogden.
Okay. This will probably come out in like mid to late September.
Okay. No worries. I'm also planning to hit the road again. I've done Vegas and Idaho, but I'm looking to do Rapid City in South Dakota.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Do some stand-up.
Okay, awesome. Everybody, please go follow David Hone. That's Hone. Yeah, thanks so much for coming on, dude. I'm glad Antonio told me to get you on here. That was a good time. Everybody, I'm Josh Hensley. This has been Let's Ruin Our Lives. Please follow us. Also, we host the Mic Check Review Show, and Pinky Pod with Pinky, whom David knows. That can be found on the Let's Ruin Our Lives channels on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. Everybody, take it easy, I guess. All right. Mahalo.
I know, but I'd rather be blind in heaven than sighted in hell.
You want fitting, you wanna be like what gets up really isn't sin. There's a better way to do the get your super bug. Don't read no magazine or some stupid book. You care about what people think because you're insecure. You don't wear your heart into your own and not too sure. Spend some words of wisdom to play a simple vice. And be the to live that sure be nice. Start to